because I repeated a very simple and easy to follow question. Is it true that you can't define the word man to be an adult human male if you also think that a person can be a man without being an adult human male? Let me help you understand the question that I'm asking you.
Yes, please, because I don't understand. Can't you make like simpler points with like simpler evidence or simpler claims?
The thing is,
I'm sorry, this is like as simple as it gets.
Who's this person unmuting? Can you kick
Wait,
him?
I'm sorry. This is as simple as it gets. Like, genuinely, if you can't understand this, I don't know if there's any way he could possibly simplify it even further.
Am I debating you or Dean?
You're talking about.
I was just adding extra clarification. Why are you such an ass?
Okay. Well, Dean is too.
Wait, I'm asking you, why are you such an ass? I added
My
extra
bad. I'm
clarification.
just trying. Okay, let me read this.
No,
Is it
why
true
are
that
you such
can't-
an ass?
Can you mute this person, please?
Dude, not even gonna respond to me.
I'm
No,
an ass
you can
because you
respond.
guys are just being rude. Okay. Is it true that?
What did I do that was rude to you?
Okay, can I please read this? Okay. Is it true that you can't define the word man to be an adult human? Can you move the screen over a little? On TikTok, it's uncentered. I can't read the. Okay, thank you. Is it true that you can't define the word man to be an adult human male? You also think that a person. Okay, can you move it over more? I can't read it.
Parker, can you read it?
It says, is it true that you can't
Okay, now
define
I can
the
read it,
word
now I can read
man
it, now
to
I
be
can
an
read it, now I
adult
can
human
read it.
male if you think
Is it true that you can't define the word
Okay.
man to be an adult human male if you also think that a person can be a man? Okay, so in the second part of your
Let me-
sentence, that if
wait,
you
let
also
me-
think that a person
me-
can be a man without being an adult human male, so your example there was using Superman, correct?
Well, this is irrespective of any specific case. If you think in any case that a person can be a man without being an adult human male, that means that you don't think that being an adult human male is a necessary precondition for being a man.
Okay,
And
well,
if-
tell me when I said that they can be a man
Listen,
without being an adult human male.
listen. I don't understand why you or like so many people are confused by this. So I'm going to break it down.
Well,
and make
because
it very
they
simple.
know your
Listen. This
point
is
is stupid.
simple.
Okay.
Listen. There's legitimately, I promise you, there's nothing stupid about this in the slightest. This is so easy to follow. So just lock in, bro. Is it true that you can't define the word man to be an adult human male if you also think that a person can be a man without being an adult human male? Let's break this question down.
Wait, can I
First and
just
foremost,
ask when I
no,
said
you
that a man-
can't. So first and foremost, let's first understand how language works and the definition of terms work. So let's just take any term. For the example, we'll stick with the word man. The term is the word man. Now we're going to define this term. This guy thinks that the definition of this term is
No,
an adult human
biologically
male.
speaking, a man
Shut
is
up. Okay? So, dude, stop interrupting me or I'm going to kick you. I'm in the middle of trying to explain something. When you interrupt me, you throw me off. Wait until the end. If you do not wait until the end, I'm going to move on. Back to the lesson. Let's read the question again. The question is it true that you can't define the word man to be an adult human male if you also think that a person can be a man without being an adult human male? What is this question asking? Well, first, in order to understand what this question is asking, let's explore the way that words and the definitions of words work. So here's our term. The term is man, and the definition of the term is an adult human male. So what is the relationship between the word that we're trying to define and the definition of it? Well, the relationship is we are saying that in order for something to be the term, it necessarily has to meet all of the criteria in the definition of the term. Or else, it's not the term. Think about it like categories. We have a category, and this category is called men. And now we're trying to determine who falls into this category. Well, the way that we would determine who falls into this category of men is by looking at the definition of the word men, which would be an adult human male. And then we would say, everyone who is an adult human male would fall under the category of men, and everybody who is not an adult human male would not fall under the category of men. Back to the question. Is it true that you can't define the word man to be an adult human male if you also think that a person can be a man without being an adult human male? Well, the answer to this question is yeah, true. Because if you think that somebody can be a man, can exist under the category of men, without also existing under how we determine what falls in that category, aka an adult human male, well, then a man is not merely and necessarily an adult human male. Meaning that this is not the definition of the word man. Do you understand?
Can I have a chance to speak now?
I just want to know if you understand why the answer to this question is true.
Yes, but there's a few things that I need to note about that.
Okay, this is just the first premise of my argument. I would like it if you could just allow me to continue the argument. If you have any clarifications on my first premise, feel free to ask.
Yes, the first thing that I want to say is you said that you'll kick me if I keep interrupting, but Parker keeps interrupting me.
Okay.
Okay, so the second thing is why is that? Why did you selectively pick that definition of a man?
Because you said that you agree with Trump, and Trump thinks that a man is an adult human male, not to mention that that is the conventional definition upheld by people who do not think that trans men are men, because trans men are not adult human males.
Okay, but I'm saying that adult human males or just men in general are people born with male parts.
Okay, well, that's an insufficient account of the definition of the word man, because there are many adult human males who are born without male parts due to genetic defects or birth defects.
Okay, fine then. XY chromosomes we're going to use in this case.
Well, we kind of define a man based on XY chromosomes, or at least that's the way. Sorry, male.
Yeah. So then, how
you define a male based on like XY chromosomes, or like a presentation of other traits as well. But this also introduces very interesting complications. So first and foremost, this is not a rejection of that definition of the word man. Okay?
Yeah, it's just another way to define it.
Because if I'm telling you that it's not necessarily a rejection of the definition of this word man, I'm telling you it's actually not another way to define it, but it's rather a way to understand the words in the definition. Think about it this way. If we define a man as an adult human male, well, then we have to understand what an adult human male even is. So it seems like we have a pretty good understanding of what an adult is, just somebody that is 18 plus. Seems like we have a pretty good understanding of what a human is, just a Homo sapien sapien.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it's the male part that gets contentious. So usually when we bring up XY chromosomes, we say that if you're born with XY chromosomes, you're a male. So saying that a man is somebody who's born with XY chromosomes, well, A, that's not necessarily true, because then you'd say that newborns who have XY chromosomes are men. No, but that's a term exclusive for adults.
Then what are they?
Well, at that point, under your view, they'd be boys. And that explains why the whole XY chromosome...
Boys and males fall under the general term of like...
No, remember, we're not comparing boys with males. We're comparing the term boy with men.
Okay, fine.
Man.
They both fall under males.
Okay. That's the argument that you're making. Okay. Right? But what I'm trying to explain to you is when you bring up the counter definition, no, you don't think that a man is an adult human male. You just think that a man is someone with XY chromosomes. Okay. Well, it could be the case that someone with XY chromosomes is actually just a male. So this isn't a way that we redefine the word man. This is just the way that we better understand the definition of the word man, because you understand a male to be somebody born with XY chromosomes. Do you understand how that's not you redefining the term?
Yeah, I never said it's I just said it's another way to put it.
Okay. So do you agree with this definition of the word man?
From the surface, sure, none of that is incorrect.
Okay. So do you agree that you actually can't define the word man to be an adult human male, someone with XY chromosomes, If you
Well,
think
those
that a person can be a man without being an adult human male, someone with XY chromosomes.
Well, I don't think they can be a man if they are not a human.
Okay. You're not answering my question. But I mean, that's effectively the answer. So you don't think that somebody could be a man without being an adult human male, somebody with XY chromosomes, correct?
Correct, because if they're not a human, then they are not.
Dude, you keep on saying human, and I keep on saying an adult human male, somebody with XY chromosomes.
Well,
Okay,
but an
it's
adult
fine,
human
it's
male
fine,
is
it
a
just
human.
works. Okay. Oh my God, you can't track. It's fine because you're still getting at the same point. Perfect. Because you accept that you've defined the word man as an adult human male. If you're not an adult human male, you're not a man. But remember earlier when you told us that if Superman was real,
Yes, you're
it
using
would be
if.
true that he would be a man?
You're using the word if.
Yeah, we could test the definitions of your terms and hypotheticals.
Why are we using these superheroes to help compare with human biology?
To test the definitions of your terms.
Dean, I think he's
Is that
just
really the best
genuinely
way you
not
can make
smart
your
enough.
point?
I don't think he's smart enough either. And I don't think a lot of people in the chat are either. This is like so easy to understand.
Well, because
Those
notice how the general
I feel
population
like those
agrees
are
with me.
mostly trolls, Dean.
Maybe.
Like people who
yeah,
just
they're
like
trolls.
dislike you and they're
They're
just trying to
trolls.
like mess with you.
They
right
don't
now.
agree with you, so they're trolls.
Maybe they're trolls because I think that this is like really simple. Like this is
Yeah,
like
this-
really like
this is
very
really simple.
elementary. Like very elementary.
Yeah, but it might be simple, but it's a stupid point you're making.
Why is it stupid?
You're using superheroes to
And
make your point.
Why is that stupid to do?
Because in your case, they are not real humans, which is obviously true. But then
what-
you try to say that if they were,
What matters? What matters is that you think in the hypothetical where they are real, they would still be men without being an adult human male.
no. But you're using the word if.
Like let me
You're
ask you
calling
this
me
question.
unintelligent, but you don't understand.
Listen. Let me prove this to you. If there was an adult human female sitting next to you right now, would they be a man?
No, because they're female.
If there was Superman standing next to you right now, would he be a man?
In your case, he's not real, so I can't determine.
Wait,
that.
but it's also not real that there's an adult human female sitting next to you right now. That's also
Okay, well,
not
then-
real. That's
then-
the
but you're using the word if.
notion of yes, and I used if in both scenarios. You just clearly demonstrated that you understand the nature of hypotheticals because I just posited something that's not real. That's purely hypothetical.
Okay, fine,
Can
fine.
we agree?
Restate your-
Okay. If there was an adult human female sitting next to you right now, which there isn't, meaning this is not a real scenario. This is purely hypothetical. Just
Okay,
like
so
Superman.
it's not a real
If there
scenario, then
was
I'm gonna
an
say
adult
no.
human female sitting next to you right now, would they be a woman?
Since this is a hypothetical and there's not actually an adult human female sitting next to me, I'm gonna say no.
Wait. Let me ask him a question, Dean. I think this will really clarify it. Hey, Elmo, if
Hello.
you have a bag, and in total in the bag, there are 2 balls. 1 ball red, 1 ball blue. How many balls are there total?
There's 2.
There you go. You just answered a hypothetical. There's not an actual ball bag, or there's not
Okay, well
actual
then
balls
if-
in front of you. You
if
just answered
Superman-
a hypothetical.
If Kent Clark or whatever his name is, if he were
Wait. We're gonna make the hypotheticals progressively more difficult. So Elmo, you were able to
you're
understand
acting
that if
like
you
I'm
had a
stupid. You're acting like
well,
I'm stupid.
you are. Sorry, Elmo.
I actually think you are.
The general
I really do.
population agrees.
So Elmo, so you agreed that hypothetically, if you had a bag with with balls in it, and the first ball was red and the second ball was blue, and there was no more balls, you agreed that in the hypothetical you would have a bag with 2 balls in it. Okay,
Correct.
now let's make the hypothetical just a little bit more complex. Elmo, if there was an adult human female sitting next to you right now, would you think that that person is a woman?
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to make it a little bit more complex.
Okay, can't wait.
Elmo, if Superman was real and standing next to you right now, would you think that Superman is a man?
Yes, if he were real, yes.
Even though Superman is not an adult human male. This means that you think a
He's
man
not a female.
is something other than an adult human male.
I don't. Superman, is he a female?
No.
Is he a male in the movie? Is Kent Clark a male in the movie?
Well, I understand with our primitive understanding of how sex and reproduction works on Krypton, it would be true that he is an adult Kryptonian male.
Okay, and if he were a human, he'd be a male. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if he was an adult human male, he would be an adult human male.
No,
just
if
like
he were
anything.
human. If he were human.
If he were human, would he be a male?
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. Finally, you're starting to come up a few grade levels in intelligence.
The issue is that you think he's a man, not just in the hypothetical where he's human, but also in the hypothetical where he's not human. Like
Yeah, sure.
That's the issue with that's the issue with the definition. Is in the hypothetical where he's not human, you still think he's a man. Therefore, you don't think that a man is an adult
we
human
already
male.
talked about this hypothetical. You
Yeah,
said,
you know, Dean, I'm gonna go start my live. This guy is one of the dumbest people I think we've ever
and you're
talked
calling
to.
me the
I'm just
asshole.
gonna
You're
be
calling me
totally
the
honest
asshole.
with
Look in the
you.
mirror, buddy.
I think he genuinely is.
Look in the mirror. Start your live with 8,000 followers or watchers.
Okay, I will. All right, Elmo,
If you're a hypocrite,
you're genuinely one of the dumbest people I've ever talked to.
you're a hypocrite.
Have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, speak more in preschool terms. How about that?
So you could understand him?
I'm sorry about him. I'm glad he left.
So you could understand him? Is that why you want him to speak more in preschool terms?
No, because he's calling me unintelligent, but yet
Well,
I think
you are.
he's... How? You just said...
I'll prove
I
it
just
to you.
don't understand you.
Okay, I'm going to give you a syllogism. An argument. Premise number 1. All men are mortal. Premise number 2. Socrates is a man. What is the conclusion of this argument?
Say it again. All men are mortal and Socrates is a man?
What's the conclusion of this argument?
I don't know what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Socrates
Yeah.
is a man. Is that what you want to hear?
No, that was the
Isn't a
second
man?
premise.
He's not a man. So he's immoral. Is that what you're saying?
That Socrates is immoral? Yeah, that's the premise. Sorry, conclusion. I'm happy that somebody commented that in the chat. Next question. Next question.
Okay, go on.
If A equals B and B equals C,
Okay, why are we doing this?
what is A equal to?
If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C.
Good job, buddy.
This is really
Good job, buddy.
what you're
Next
using
question.
to make the point that
How many continents are there?
7,
Can you name them?
Antarctica, South America, North America, Africa, Europe, Asia, and Australia.
So you're able to name the 7 continents, but you can't track a simple hypothetical.
I am tracking the simple hypotheticals.
It took me 30 minutes to get you to understand a simple if-then conditional.
Well, because it's hard to believe that you're using that to make your point.
Why?
Because isn't there anything more reasonable to help make your point?
What's unreasonable about the hypothetical I did use? to
Because
make my
we're
point?
comparing superheroes to actual real life human biology.
Well, actually, there's not a comparison being made between Superman and everybody else. But the point that's being made is that you could be a man without being an adult human male. Do you accept that you could be a man without being an adult human male?
No,
So then why did you accept that Superman would be a man if Superman was real?
because you said if he were.
If he were real, you said that he'd be a man without
Well,
being
yeah,
an adult
that's
human
real.
male. Therefore, the conclusion is you think that you could be a man without being an adult human male.
You're trying to like mix up my words
Hold
with
on,
these
anything with
little
Galaxy.
nuances.
No, just, dude. You said if Superman was real,
Mm-hmm.
would he be a man? Your answer was yes.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Yes or no? If Superman was real, would Superman be an adult human male?
Yes, if he were real, he'd be an adult Superman.
No, he would be an adult Kryptonian male. He would not be.
Oh my
an adult
gosh, you're
human male.
really Kryptonian?
Yeah, that's like the premise of why I'm mentioning Superman is because he's not a human.
This is sad. I can really see the effects of your vaping now.
Dude, it's a simple 2-step argument. We'll start again. Do you remember earlier when you said, in the hypothetical where Superman is real, that Superman would
Yep.
be a man, correct?
Yep.
If Superman was real, would Superman be an adult human male?
Yes, if he were real, he'd be an adult human male.
Why do you think that?
Kent Clark is not a female. That is why.
Kent
In the
Clark-
movie, Kent Clark.
Listen.
Kent Clark is not a female.
Listen. You're saying that it's a strict dichotomy. You're either an adult human male or a female. No, it's not a strict dichotomy. In the universe where Superman exists, you could be non-human. He's an alien. He's a Kryptonian.
Okay, is Kent Clark a male or female?
Do you accept that it would be true that if Superman existed, that Superman would be an adult Kryptonian male? Do you accept that?
Well, it's been like I was 7
Dude,
years
so I just
old when
wanted-
I watched the movie, so I don't really understand the meaning of Kryptonian.
Okay, so I'll explain to you the meaning of Krypton. So Kryptonian is somebody from Krypton, and Krypton is a far-off world that exists in a galaxy very far away from Earth. And
Okay,
Superman is
so what
from
you want to
Krypton.
hear is that he's not an adult human
Superman,
male.
Superman was born on Krypton to Kryptonian parents. Okay, so do you accept that if Superman was real, Superman
What
would
do you
be
mean by
an
real? What
adult
do you mean by
Kryptonian
real?
male?
What do you mean by real?
I mean, if he actually existed in this world.
Well, there's no possibility for anything other than a human or animal to exist in this world.
Okay, well, that's absurdly false. Have we explored every star system in the universe? No.
No, I'm talking about on Earth.
Have we proven with certainty that in every star system in the entirety of the universe there are not intelligent non-human aliens? No. It's logically
I
possible.
agree, but I'm talking about on Earth.
It's logically possible that somewhere, some far out in the distant galaxy, there are intelligent non-human aliens. Okay, but now just answer the question. Do you accept that if Superman was real, Superman would be an adult Kryptonian male?
He'd be a male.
Okay. Would he be an adult Kryptonian male?
Yes.
So you accept that he would not be an adult human male?
See, and this
correct?
is where it becomes nuanced.
So you accept that he would not be an adult human male because you just accepted that he would be an adult Kryptonian male.
Sure, if he's not real, like again, I haven't watched the movie in a
Perfect.
while. So-
Okay. So then we're going to start from the top. If Superman was real, would Superman be a man?
I guess in your case, no.
Okay. And that's the absurdity with the way that you define the word man. You're telling me that you could present masculine features. You're telling me that you could have a penis. You're telling me that you could be Superman, but you wouldn't be a man. And that's the
Okay, but
absurdity
notice
with
how
your
you said
definition of the word
Kryptonian
man.
male. Did you say Kryptonian male?
Yeah.
Okay, so he'd still be a male,
Mm-hmm.
just not a human male.
Yes. An adult human
Okay,
male.
thank you.
Correct.
Okay, thank
Right.
you. You helped prove my point there.
What point did I prove?
That if he were real, he'd still be a male.
Wait, that was your point?
No, that was your point. Because even
Yeah, it
though
was a
he's
part of my
not
point, yeah.
human, even though he's not
So,
human,
but you just said
he's
that I just proved your
Kryptonian,
point. So
he's still a
what,
male.
what was the point that you made that I helped prove?
That let me think. So, adult human males are males, or adult males are males.
Okay. Okay, so you are rewriting your definition of the word man. Because your first
No,
definition of the word man was
just-
an adult human male.
Okay. Can you answer this?
So now
please?
you're defining the word man to be an adult male. So just to clarify.
No, don't change the definition.
So that's what you just did. You
but-
just changed the definition. So now let's test this new definition. Your new definition of the word man is adult male. Okay. So do you think that adult male ants are men?
Okay. Can
Do you think that that'd be true to say?
I need
that
a clarification.
50% of
Can I
ants
please
are
ask a
men?
clarification question?
Yeah.
So I just looked it up. A person or humankind in general.
Could you repeat
That's the
that, please?
definition. The definition from Google is a man is an adult male human being, a person or humankind in general.
Or okay, so you're saying a definition of the word man is person?
An adult male human being, a person or humankind in general.
So you just think, well, I mean, so your first, so that's giving me 3 different definitions of the word man. It's saying X or Y or Z.
Yeah, but they all essentially fall into the same thing.
Okay, so then you are saying that a necessary pre-component of being a man is being an adult human male.
A person or humankind in general.
So, or a person. So your definition of being a man is being an adult human male or a person.
They mean the same thing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I don't think that the word person means adult human male.
A man is a person. Is that true or false?
Yeah, but a man is not the definition of a person. And you said if they mean the same thing, that means they're identical. It is not true that the word person is identical to the word man, because this means that non-men would be non-people, meaning that women wouldn't be people. So those two things are not identical.
I'm using Google's. Do you want to email Google and tell them they're wrong?
I mean, do you want to do it together? Because we could accept that women are people?
No crap.
Okay, let's email them together.
No, you just said something about accepting that women are people. Obviously, they're people.
Okay, and you just said that Google says
the definition that you're struggling to. Okay. Can I?
Okay, but you just said that Google says that one of the 3 definitions for the word man is a person. So this means that all people are men. That's false.
No, my gosh, it's just saying that a man is a person.
Okay. So a man is a person. Okay, but a person is not
all
an
men
exhaustive.
are people.
That is true, but not all people are men. Meaning that the word person is not an exhaustive definition of the word man.
Okay.
And I'm asking you to provide an exhaustive definition of the word man.
Well, in biology, an adult male with male sex chromosomes, usually XY, and physical traits like facial hair and greater height or muscle mass.
Okay, so your exhaustive definition of the word man is an adult male. So do you think that adult male ants
no, not just an adult male,
men?
an adult male with male sex chromosomes XY.
Okay, with XY. Okay, so here's my question for you. Do you think that having XY chromosomes is what makes you a male?
Biologically, yes. And I know you might bring up these diseases.
Instances of individuals with Swyer syndrome, where they are phenotypically female, meaning that they have a vagina, but they're chromosomally male, meaning that they have XY chromosomes. Are they men?
Those are different cases. Okay, we can have.
I know, but in that case, are they a man?
Okay, if they have XY chromosomes, can we just speak in normal terms, please, without bringing?
I think I'm speaking in normal
outliers?
terms. I asked you for an exhaustive definition of the word man, and then you said an adult male, and I asked you what a male is, and then you say a male is exhaustively defined as somebody with XY chromosomes.
Yes, biologically.
So therefore, all people under your view with XY chromosomes. One moment, don't burden shift. So therefore, all people under your view with XY chromosomes are males. If it's true that all people with XY chromosomes are males, then you could be a male, therefore a man with a vagina. Because some women, in my mind, present phenotypically female, meaning that they have vaginas, but they're chromosomally male.
These are different
meaning
cases.
that they have XY chromosomes.
It's more nuanced with those.
There's no such thing as additional nuance when I'm asking you for exhaustive definitions of the terms. Because an exhaustive definition means all-encompassing.
Maybe for no reason.
Encompassing. Meaning
can you tell me what chromosomes a male have?
Meaning in all cases that this trait would be present, therefore it'd be true that they'd be this thing. I'm going to leave you to go do some studying, bro. I really hope that one day you're able to research, educate yourself, and become a more rational person. Silver, I appreciate you for the $20. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. These Trump supporters, bro. I swear to God. You know, I just wish that people were more intelligent than they actually are. And unfortunately, that last guest is just never going to become more intelligent. Because he just said in the chat, oh, you lost. That guy left that conversation thinking that he won the debate. And that honestly saddens me. And the reason why that saddens me is because what that tells me is that he's never going to put the effort in to becoming a more rational person, because he already thinks that he is a rational person. How could you put the effort in to fixing one of your flaws if you don't even know that the flaw exists? Cindy, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. I appreciate you. John, thank you so much for the $10 as well. Thank you so much, Kristen, Gracelyn, both for the $5. And then Jared, thank you for the $20. I'll make sure that I check that out. And Michelle, thank you for the $25, who says, ask a Trump supporter what consent means and they won't be able to answer. So true. Appreciate you for the $25. And then Jacob with the $10 says, thank you for everything that you do. I appreciate you. And then Kenneth with the $10 as well says, VOD Watcher here. I find it funny that the bath trolls actually help expose your stream to non-political people. Dude, so fucking true. So fucking true. Let's see. I'd also like to quickly thank Oliver for the $10, who says, genuinely, what is with MAGA not understanding elementary school level logic? Well, I mean, I think that it's an issue that we definitely see, like, more so in MAGA than any other demographic in our country. But I also just think that, like, it's an issue with people in our country, point blank period. You know? Like, there are a bunch of people in the comment section that I don't even think generally disagree with me, that were really confused with the logic at the start of that last debate. I think that a lot of them picked it up as I went into further explanation and dialogue about it. But I just, like, generally think that the overall populace lacks an ability to engage in elementary logic. But I mean, it's something that, you know, everyone can work on. It's something that I had to work on. And it's also like a really important thing to work on. Because it doesn't just help you better understand your political opinions on if you think trans people are or are not men/women. Okay? But they're also just like guiding life principles that you could apply to yourself in more respects than just politics. Thank you so much as well, Athea, for the $5, saying my favorite grifter. I appreciate you. As well as Silver Nash with the $20. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Silver Nash, that was a response to the last guest, KL. He was terrible. Alrighty, folks. So I think it's time for us to hop off here. If you enjoyed the debates today, make sure to hit that follow button on TikTok and drop a sub on YouTube. I do these live streams every single day, so we will be back tomorrow. If you're still in the mood for debates, head over to @ParkerGetAJob on TikTok and @ParkerGetAJob on YouTube and show them some love. Peace, love, good night, and goodbye, folks.
Could you say two smart
They might be
fellows,
waiting
they
for
smell
you,
fart?
but I'm not sure who.